I started off in my sketchbook, just kind of some pre-planning, trying to get these little monster ideas down on paper. So initially I had this guy rolling in the letter O, and I changed it to just drop in and bounce because it conflicted with the forklift coming in. Let's go over to OpenToonz. Okay, here we are in OpenToonz, and this was a combination of cutout animation and frame by frame. So for example, like with a forklift, that was one of the more complex things I wanted to do. So I drew the body of the forklift on one column, I drew the wheels on a separate column, and then the lift, I knew I wanted that to come up and down, and then I have the little monster. And so if we come up here to the animation tab, you can see the forklift column is right here, and it is a parent of the wheels. So no matter where the forklift goes, everything else follows. Monster 1, wheels, and lift. So if we come back here and get the animate tool position, we can come over here to the forklift, and if we move it, everything moves, okay? Except for the letters TO, because I wanted to separate them. Yeah, so it's a rough sketch, and then I used the translate tool to just kind of follow where the forklift went, and it comes down, and then I just right here I just switched to frame by frame and just animated it on twos, separating like this. Okay, and the same with this guy. I drew the hook, and I drew him on the hook, and so no matter where the hook goes, that little monster goes. But I can also hand animate him throughout this whole thing. So he's like lower, lower, that's good, and then he comes off screen. And then for the S, I animated it first without the big monster, and it's real important to name your columns. So I just animated the S coming in like this, and then I just animated the monster right here on twos, carrying it in. So he's all hand animated, and then he just walks off real quick. And this little guy down here with the door, he's hand animated, and the door's separate. So if I come over here to the door opens, and it just stays open from frame 12, and then I just used the same frames and just worked backwards. So I just went frame 10, 8, back to 1, where it closes, and then I just animated the little monster pushing it open and then stepping out, and he grabs the rope, lifts up the end, and he goes off. Oh, and that was a little test, a little color test right there. Okay, so when that was all finished, I went to every frame and colored everything. And then after all the coloring's done and everything's the way I want it, I will come up here to render and export this as a MP4. And then I bring that into DaVinci Resolve with my sound effects. And that's where I do all my post-processing. And then I render that out, and we ended up with the final result. So until next time, happy animating, take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.